Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to discuss upper triangular matrix, strictly upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, and strictly lower triangular matrix. So let's start the video. What is upper triangular matrix? A square matrix A is said to be an upper triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0 whenever I is greater than j. So, let's A is some matrix of order n cross n whose entries are like Aij, where Aij are 0 whenever I is greater than j. It means all the entries below principal diagonal line will be 0. I have given you an example. You can see this example. In this example, you can see S contains all upper triangular matrices of order 3 over complex number, where A, B, C, D, E belongs to complex numbers. Now see what this note is saying. The number of essential arbitrary constants required to write a set of matrices of any type over any field F is known as number of non-trivial entries. Now what is arbitrary constant? Arbitrary constant is a constant who can take any value. Okay, now let's see above example. You can see here A, B, C, D, E, F are arbitrary constants which belongs to field C. Now let's see this question. Number of non-trivial entries in the set of all upper triangular matrices of order n is equal to. Now solution says, you can see I have drawn a matrix whose order is n cross n. You can see on the principal diagonal line we will have n entries. The above line you will get n minus 1 entries, and on the above line you will get n minus 2 entries, and so on. You will get in the end only one entry. So the entries are changing from n to 1. So in total we will get n plus n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus up to plus 1, which will be equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. You can also say the dimension of all upper triangular matrices is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. It's strictly upper triangular matrix. In strictly upper triangular matrix, we have one more condition which says all the diagonal entries will be 0, and all the diagonal entries below the principal diagonal line will also be 0. So we have only three arbitrary constants A, B, C which belongs to C. So how many non-trivial entries in the set of all strictly upper triangular matrices of order n is equal to? We have minus n from the above result because all the diagonal entries will be 0 in the strictly upper triangular matrices, and we will get the result as n into n minus 1 divided by 2. So the dimension of strictly upper triangular matrices will be n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Now see what is lower triangular matrices. A square matrix A is said to be lower triangular matrices if A is some matrix of order n cross n like Aij, where Aij is equal to 0 whenever I is less than j. You can see this example. In this example, we can clearly see that all the entries above the diagonal line are 0. So all the process for getting this result is same as mentioned in the upper triangular matrices. Now, what is strictly lower triangular matrices? A square matrix A is said to be strictly lower triangular matrix. A is some matrix of order n cross n whose entries are like Aij, where Aij is equal to 0 whenever I is less than equal to j. So you can see strictly lower triangular matrices is a special case of lower triangular matrices. In this case, we have all the diagonal entries are zeros. You can also see this example in which all the diagonal entries are 0 and all the entries above the diagonal line are also 0. Here FDE belongs to complex number. Number of non-trivial entries in the set of all strictly lower triangular matrices of order n is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2 minus n is equal to n into n minus 1 divided by 2. All the process for getting this result has been mentioned in the strictly lower triangular matrices. You can go through this result from that. Now I am going to discuss some properties of upper triangular matrices. If A and B are upper triangular matrices of order n and k is any number, then so first property says k into A is also upper triangular matrix. Second property says addition of two upper triangular matrix is again upper triangular matrix. Third property says product of two upper triangular matrices is also an upper triangular matrices. So now let's see the proof of all of these properties. Proof of first result says because A is some upper triangular matrices, so A will be some matrix whose entries are like Aij, where Aij will become 0 whenever I is greater than j. Now Ka is some matrix whose entries are like K into Aij, where Kaij is equal to 0 whenever I is greater than j. So you can clearly see that Ka is also an upper triangular as it justifies the condition for being upper triangular matrix. Now for the proof of second property, you can see we have matrix B which is also an upper triangular matrix. So A plus B will be some matrix whose entries are like Aij plus Bij, and Aij plus Bij will be 0 whenever I is greater than j, as it justifies the condition for being upper triangular matrix. So A plus B is also an upper triangular matrix. Now I am going to discuss the third property, which is very important. Now A and B are, now let's say C is some matrix which is equal to product of A and B whose entries are like Cik. Now ith element will be Cik, which will be equal to summation over j from 1 to n Aij into Bjk. If I is greater than k, then two cases arises. The first case says if I is greater than j, Aij will be 0. Ith element of C, Cik will be 0, as it will become summation over j from 1 to n 0 into Bjk, which will be equal to 0. Now the second case says if I is less than equal to j, which implies that k less than I less than equal to j, which implies that k is less than j, which implies that Bjk is equal to 0. Which means ith element of C, Cik will become summation over j from 1 to n Aij into 0, which will become equal to 0. So from both the cases we get to know that if I is greater than k, then ith element of C, Cik will become equal to 0. Which implies that AB is also an upper triangular matrix. So product of two upper triangular matrix is also an upper triangular matrix. Now I have discussed all the properties for upper triangular matrices, but all these properties are also true for strictly upper triangular matrices, lower triangular matrices, and strictly lower triangular matrices. See this question: if A and B are upper triangular matrices of order 3, and if C is some matrix is equal to A into B, which is some matrix of order 3 cross 3 whose entries are like Cij, then C21 plus C31 plus C32 will become. Now we know that in upper triangular matrices all the entries above the diagonal line will be 0. So C21 will be 0, C31 will be 0, C32 will be 0. So the sum of all of these three entries will also be 0. Now see this note: if k1, k2 up to kn are numbers, scalars, and a1, a2 up to an are upper triangular matrices, or strictly upper triangular matrices, or lower triangular matrices, or strictly lower triangular matrices, then k1 into a1, k2 into a2 plus up to k1 into an is again upper triangular matrices, or strictly upper triangular matrices, or lower triangular matrices, or strictly upper triangular matrices. It clearly means that linear combination of upper triangular matrix, strictly upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, and strictly lower triangular matrices is also an upper triangular matrix, strictly upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, and strictly lower triangular matrix respectively. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked my work, then do subscribe and don't forget to like my video.